because the land was subdivided probably close to 100 years ago, so they were not bounded by this restriction. They actually had the land title stretching all the way to the waterfront. So you own the beach, you own this marine reserve area, which is not taken by government, and also the title actually extended all the way to the water about for another 20. Yep. So it's very special. You own everything, and you own everything that go into the water about another further 20 to 30 meters, and that's how special it is.
Well, hang on, that's unusual. Hi Andrew, how are you?
Good, thank you, Ivan. How you doing?
Yeah, good man, good. Today we try to record this video. Basically, what I've been told from you have a special property put on the market.
Yeah, this is one of the very rare property I have came across. Well, in my whole career life, this is super rare.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll play this video for you. So
okay, cool.
This is like this is a quick fly-through video. So just to show you some of the sneak peek of this property. It has approximately 300 acres of land. It's massive. 300 acres. This is literally an entire suburb. So we're talking about a potential of rezoning a whole suburb, not just a farm, a small piece of block, a small block of land. It's much bigger than that.
300 something acre. 1 acre in my head it's 4,000 around 4,000 square meter.
That's correct. And this one, the exact size is 1.24 hectare. So that's 1,240 something square meter. Square meter. It's massive.
Whoa, that's massive. So if I take you for a walk, it will take you pretty much more than a day.
It's gonna take whole day.
Yeah.
It's gonna take whole day. So let me go through the map first.
Yep,
I think it would be essential just to let everyone know about where exactly this is. So we're talking about Melbourne. This is all developed area, apart from this greenish area, all the white area. You can see all the metro developed and residential area. So taking the M1 freeway, we're gonna go all the way, passing through Frankston, Mornington, Mount Eliza. That's the Mornington Peninsula. Okay, but and then I'll show you. And then this is Phillip Island. Okay, that's where the Penguin Parade is. And then I'll show you where Tenby Point is. So this area is called Tenby Point, Victoria. Yep. So you can see this already highlight. It's a rectangular shape. Okay, so this is called Tenby Point. The reason it's called Tenby Point, I have no clue, but I assume it was called Tenby Point long time ago. And there's Tenby Point old jetty here. I'll show you some photos first. So that's where it is. Yeah, it's like a paradise.
It's like a paradise. That's like a basically you can print them out and you can hang on the wall. It's like a wow.
Yep.
Looks like Alice in Wonderland.
Exactly.
It's like Wonderland.
So that's how it looked like if you go there. And then the farm I'm selling, the farm I'm selling is right next to it on the right hand side. So let me show you the satellite photo first. Okay.
Hang on.
So we can see
sorry for bugging. I saw they got a bunch of house there, and the shape looks funny. It looks like they got one row all the way down, and then you got the house on the both side. It's special.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So see this rectangular shape here? We can see this already developed land, Bayview.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so they are existing houses. Yep, they are existing houses. I'll drop this little icon here so you can see the street view. So the houses already, they were already built probably 20, 30 years ago. It's an established area. So this road will take you all the way to the coastline if you just keep driving. It's about 1.5 kilometer all the way down.
Well,
and then yeah, houses already built. It's established neighborhood.
Well, in that case, usually when we purchase a farm, one thing we got to really be aware is it may be pretty far away from all the council services. For example, sewage, town water, or power. So often some people, because I have a friend, they own a big block of land in Ipswich, more far in Queensland. So they have to install those big battery because the council service is still pretty far away from the land. So in that case, I'm assuming they should have some sort of the town water or sewage or power line nearby.
Yep,
is that right?
It's already there. Yeah, so this is a already developed area. So the sewage, the water service, the connection point is already underneath. So imagine that if you were going to build something next door, it would be very simple just to connect the water to existing connection point. So it would be much less trouble.
And save a lot of money. You can save a lot of money for it.
Yeah, that's right. So from the satellite photo, we can see this long strip of land that's been developed already. From what I can see, this is probably 200 residents already, maybe up to 300 houses already built, and then they are residential areas. So that's the existing neighborhood. And on our the left-hand side, okay. So we're talking about this land, rectangular land, and the boundary is in red color dot line. The left-hand side here is actually purchased by one of the dairy producer from China. So I won't mention their name, but they are one of the biggest dairy producer from China. They already land bank.
Straight away in my head, it's like 2-3 different brands. The biggest one, is it one of it?
Yeah, I think you must be accurate. So I'm not sure about their purpose, but since they were doing the agricultural business, so they know what they're doing. This is probably one of the they probably see the potential of this block of land. That's why they purchased this left-hand side about 6 or 7 years ago. The whole block. So, but let's take a guess. If they were going to redevelop in the future, down the track in 10 years' time, the land is actually big enough to produce 2 times or even close to 3 times the size of this existing long strip of residents. Yeah, so it would be massive, about 2 or 3 times.
Yep. And how about the block we try to sell?
The land, it's even bigger. I can tell you, it's even bigger. So the block of land I'm selling now, I'll show you. So from this rectangular shape, you can see this darker green area. So that's only part of it, okay?
That's only part of it, okay.
Yeah, it's only part of it. So the darker green area would be almost equivalent to what's already developed. Yeah, so that's the land I'm selling, and that's only part of it. The actual land size stretch all the way. If you can see my mouse cursor, it stretch all the way to the road. It ends here.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what 300 acres gave you. It's a huge area of land, and let me show you other aerial photo. So just bear with me 1 second.
Because
Okay.
I live in Gold Coast, well,
Yep.
coming up 124 hectare.
Hectare.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. One
It's huge.
hectare is
It's massive.
10,000 square meter.
So 1 hectare equivalent to 10,000 square meters. So this 124 hectare will give us 1.24 million square meters.
Well,
1.24 million. Yeah, don't forget about this million at the back.
From my point of view, if the council let you to develop the whole area because it's not small, I'm pretty sure you have to put some like a shopping center or put some school because it will be thousands of people move in to this area. You have to put some like even like a church as such.
That's very accurate.
Yeah.
I think that's very accurate. So taking the advantage of this landscape here, you can see from the aerial photo, there is an existing pond here. So imagine if this is a huge project and let's say, you were going to develop 500 or 600 residents. Of course, you could use this central pond area. Just, well, if you like to dip it, even bigger, just make it like a man-made lake. Yeah, you could do
like
that.
A lake.
Yeah. So the residents will be surrounded this lake.
Wow. Okay, that's special. And because I live in Gold Coast, I live in Gold Coast. I think quite a lot of people they know I live in Gold Coast. I love waterfront houses.
Yep.
So, do you think in the future time, because now it's farming zoning, FZ, FZ. So if luckily one day we rezone the whole big block of land, do you reckon we can build some like a bridge front houses in the area? Because I love the house in Burley Head. Those bridge front, when you open your front door, all you can see is ocean, is water. You got your own. Well, it's not your bridge, but pretty much it's yours because you're the one using it anyway. Do you reckon we can do something like that?
Let me tell you one thing very special about this block of land.
Please.
Most of the waterfront, most of the land which has the waterfront, there's still a restriction. Let me zoom in this photo to show you. According to the regulation, starting from the coastline here, that's your waterfront. Anything that goes into the water, you cannot own that section because from this area here, you're going to have a setback, probably close to 100 meter, or close to 100 meter. That's going to become a marine reserve. Okay, so that setback, that's going to be, owned by the government, not you. So it cannot be owned privately, generally speaking. But since then here comes the special part about this block of land, because the land was subdivided probably close to 100 years ago. So they were not bounded by this restriction. They actually had the land title stretching all the way to the waterfront. So you own the beach, you own this marine reserve area, which is not taken by government, and also the title actually extended all the way to the water about for another 20. Yep. So it's very special. You own everything, and you own everything that go into the water about another further 20 to 30 meter, and that's how special it is.
Well, hang on, that's unusual. Pretty unusual.
Very unusual.
Because
very unusual.
The water should be owned by the
government.
The crown. Should be owned by the crown. It's not going to be private. So let's talk about this. If I take something underneath water, it's all mine.
Yeah, technically speaking, if you wanted to build a house, okay, because you own everything here on the beach. Regardless whether it's a good thing or good practice to do so, if you wanted to do something, build a townhouse house or beach house just on the beach, and then you have the water access just within 2 meters, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. It's up to you. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's something special. Well, because in my head, I know it's rare. Usually, when you build a house, you have to 3 meters above the water. Do you think we can build something on top of the water?
That will be something I haven't seen before. Okay, that will be something I haven't seen before. But again, that we can try to be creative. Yeah, we can try to be creative. Yeah,
potential is there because in usual, if that block of land not even yours, we can't think about it. Now you bring in something we can imagine it can be happen, or maybe not, but we can try. But if that done, it's something really, really. It will be the first house in Australia, I'm pretty sure.
So at this stage, let me show you this aerial footage. Not just the farmland, you own this section that's probably got some bushes. You also own the beaches, and then the land, the crown title actually extend into the water, so you could see this shallow area. That's yours. Okay, so no one is going to touch that. If you were going to build another new jetty, because there's an older jetty here, it's probably abandoned for quite some time. If you were going to build something new, you could do it because that's your ownership. You own everything you see in this footage here.
Okay. That's not a small pontoon. That's a big one, massive one.
Yeah. And there's no big tree. The other thing, just to remind you, that there's nothing to worry about. Those are bushes. Okay, they are just small trees. There were probably some slightly bigger trees near the houses, but it's not that massive. Yeah.
Well, which is, I can't say that, but it has the potential there. It has the potential there, and because things like that you can't say that clearly. Some tree, they got protected, but some they're not. You're allowed to lock it down.
The neighbor, the already developed area. Our neighbor on the right hand side in this footage, you can see they probably planted more trees in the past, so you can see a lot of tree along their backyard, also in the residential area. But in this farm, really, there's no big trees,
which can save a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
it can save a lot of trouble. We can say in that way.
And the current usage of this farm, purely farming purpose. You can see some kettles. They already the current owner leased the land to cattle business owner, so they run business from this block of land. They have shortened this agreement. They use the land to feed those kettles.
Okay. So is it like a long-term listing or
only just short-term? Yeah, only just short-term.
Short-term listing. Okay. Yep. So that means in the future, if the buyer they don't want to or they don't allow to develop straight away, or they want to keep it as it is, they can rent it out and generate some income.
Yeah, that's right. So it can be discussed. If the future buyer wants a more secure long-term lease, we can, of course, discuss with the business owner and see if they wanted to take out a longer lease. That can be discussed. Or if the future owner wants to get out from this lease, we just have to. We'll probably just have to wait for 2 or 3 months. That's it, until the lease expires. Then we can get out. Yeah.
Yep.
And you can see a lot of cattle. Yeah, currently.
Cattle, a lot. I feel it. A lot rib eye.
Yeah, that's right.
But you can see it. That's one of the reasons in Australia our steak tastes so good. Look at the nature, the cattle they live on the farm. They're all grass fed.
Yep, free range.
Grass fed. Yeah, free range. Well, that's why the beef tastes so good. Australia.
And let me show you this 360-degree aerial photo as well. So we've seen this land. It's called Bayview Avenue. It goes all the way to the coastline. Okay, it goes all the way. But of course, this area, because it has been subdivided recently, so this already been taken by, I think, by the government. So you cannot use that. Otherwise, a house like this one, you can, if you got a boat, you can drive your boat straight into the water if you like. But unfortunately, there is no road access here anymore. But our land here, let me show you, it's different. We got direct access. Okay, if you wanted to, if you wanted to drive your beach motorcycle, go to the beach straight away, we can, because that's our land. The beach is ours, the jetty is ours, the farm is ours. So it's slightly different, and it's pretty amazing property here. So you own everything, starting from the farmland, the beach area, the water area, outright. That's all yours. Very special, yeah, Ivan?
Really rare, yeah. It's a rare property. And also the location as well, because yes, it is farmland. There are lots in Australia, but because it's close to the big city. We talk about Melbourne, one of the top 20 city in the world, and it's not far away at all. And you got the size of it, you got the flat topographic, and there is a lot of potential.
Yeah, the potential is just unbelievable, because speaking about the size of this land, it's close to 300 acres. It's just you can't acquire such big land anymore. It doesn't exist. If you look at anywhere near Melbourne within 2 hours drive, it doesn't exist anymore. You probably have to go. You probably have to drive 3 hours towards east or further down towards South Gippsland to find something like this. Yep. And this is only like 1.5 hour drive, or one hour and 20 minutes drive to this block of land from Melbourne CBD. So it's a very good location. And then from this aerial photo, let me show you, if I zoom in a little bit, the closest township, including restaurants, schools, shops, and every other amenity, it's about 8 minutes drive here. Okay, it's called Coronella. Yeah, very close.
Coronella.
Okay, so it's very close. It's not in a place that's in the middle of nowhere. It is actually very close to the township. And then if you take another 20 minutes drive, Phillip Island is just about probably 20 minutes away.
Because I did some research before, the house price around there is close to $1 million already. It's $1 million house.
Yeah. I'll show you one very good example. I'll show you very good example just using this aerial photo. I actually know the owner who recently purchased this corner block here. Okay. So if you can see my screen, this corner block they purchased recently. They spent probably just a little bit less than $1 million, including the land is somewhere around 900 square meter plus the house. So they actually renovated the house and then make it into short-term lease. They also launched their campaign on Airbnb recently. Just so to make some quick money, short-term lease on Airbnb. Yeah. So it makes sense because this is so close to Phillip Island, and this is a nice and quiet area, but yet so close to the township. So imagine if you're taking 2 days off, you wanted to go to somewhere that's away from Melbourne. You don't want all the noises, all the hustle and bustle. This is ideal. Just spend 2 days here. You have your own almost very private beach looking at north, and that would be the view. Exactly the view if you're sitting in front of the beach, looking at the ocean, and there is no one who's going to bother you.
Yeah. Now we talk about something really sensitive. It's about the number.
Yeah.
is the price the seller asking for?
Okay, so when I first spoken to the owner in the very early stage, they actually talk about $8 million. Okay, talk about $8 million. But then we did some research. I said to the owner, we need to consider seriously if someone was giving us a price between $7 million to $7.5 million. So anywhere between 7 to 7.5, I think we can sit down and talk about it. So that would be the price range.
That would be the price range. Okay.
Yeah, but Ivan, if you got a buyer who has got $8 million, I would love to talk to them.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, in my head, because I saw some document before, the one you sent me the other day, I'm sure there is 3 titles on the block.
That's correct.
Okay.
So consider it has got close to 300 acres of land, but this block of land actually has got 3 titles. The reason I actually don't know, but I could imagine it could be it's a bigger family. The family has got could be 3 sons or 3 siblings, or who knows, could be 3 wives. Who knows? But it has got 3 titles. Yeah, 3 titles. Yeah.
Okay.
It's already there. So let's say if a developer wanted to acquire this whole block of land, that's fine, and then they could develop 1 title each. As time goes by. So do it at a time. Yeah, and then there could be a 3-stage development. Or if a smaller developer or someone who wanted to land bank a smaller size of land, of course, we can talk about maybe just acquire just 1 title instead of 3. So it can be discussed. Okay, so there's some flexibility here, and we'll just have to find out what is the best opportunity for the buyer and for the vendor. So here is another shot. I'll show you because now we are familiar with this block of land. So the long strip here, this is the already developed land. And on the left-hand side, that's our land, close to 300 acres. And then on the right-hand side, this is already purchased by one of the Chinese dairy producer from China. So they land banked this block of land about 7 years ago. The size is actually smaller than ours. Okay, this is smaller than ours. Yeah. So the opportunity is equally good because we know this is already built. This is already occupied by more than 200 residents, and then we can already see the future coming.
Thank you for that. Thank you for Andrew. Bring me something such a special, a big block of land. In a great location, and it's perfect topographic. You don't need to do much side cut, really, from the way I look at it. If anyone interested, welcome to give me a call. And again, thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you for your time as well.
Thank you.